Hey, so welcome back to the podcast. It's the Insecure Overachiever with your host Jason Suarez. And today we bring on a very interesting guest, Mr. Paulo Martins.
Hi guys, I'm here for you with Jason, which I much appreciate from for a while. I would say a while. So I want to give you my most appreciation words for this podcast. I think it's a very interesting podcast to put on. So let's try and talk about some things that could interesting these people or this young
Yeah,
generation.
for sure. I think a great way to start is to talk about
Mm-hmm.
the idea of awakening. And for you, you call it sort of awakenings.
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to explain that concept a little bit to the audience and also to me because I'm always curious and I'm learning something new.
Yeah, I use this word influenced by this film that I saw with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro. It is called Awakenings. It's about a guy who is catatonic, you know. So this psychiatrist had a new approach, taking out the meds and putting inside emotions and give him some kind of emotional environment, something to relate. So I see insights as awakenings, and sometimes we are catatonic to the hours emotions, and I can see it in these recent years, people reaching and wanting to have something more, but forgetting emotions. So the emotions for me, it's the way to get abundance.
Okay. How do we start the process of awakening?
Well, pay
What?
attention, observe,
Mm,
without no wantings. Observe things how they are for you. Even though it's quite difficult to do this epoche, which is an existential stage,
mm,
putting your putting your wantings and ideas and paradigms near to a zero uh, level in order to see how things are, what's the phenomena.
mm.
So it's almost impossible. It's like perfection. Perfection's everybody wants, but nobody can get it. So it's like it's like this, but the opposite. I want to be uh, without my prejudice, without my paradigms, to see things how they show themselves. So um, to reach there, the first stage is to go to this almost zero level of knowing. You don't know, you just observe, and you let things come to you. What is showing to you, what life is showing to you, what experiencing have to show you, not to teach you or trying something, what how they are. If I'm not here, how how are they? So the second stage will be um, uh, take it, the conscience of what is this? What is this? What is the goal of this happening? Life, maybe. So you have to stand not knowing yet. You have to stand this not knowing, but feeling what can be. And then you start doing this variation, eidetic variation of possibilities. So who am I at that moment? I'm a possibility. And then you kind of
What do you mean by that?
uh, well, what am I feeling growing? Am I feeling evolving? Am I feeling different than I was before this? I'm, I feel myself fulfilled.
Mm,
So the idea is getting a little bit um, to a part that you are longing to go or be, but you don't know what it is. So that's why you need these variations, this explore these possibilities. That let's use this. Who I going to be if I use this possibility of understanding of doing things. So and then you don't decide, don't do any kind of decision, just do the variation and use this possibility, and then you go to another and another and another. At the end, we can sit and decide, and using your feeling emotions. So you can use your body as a vehicle to get this understanding, this meaning. So for me, it's about meaning. It's not the thing itself that you have to do. So when people asks me, what's the purpose? What's my purpose? I know that I have a purpose. So that for me, the purpose, it's not about doing something or reaching something or having a goal on the outside of you. It's inside of you to level up with this vibration, the higher vibration that you can get, and which is, for me, I call it unconditional love. So I can be anywhere if I can level up with my essence of unconditional love. So I use this as a framework of hanging around life. And so for me, this is my starting point of staying in life. So I call it this awakening, because I was put on this earth, yes, and I became aware of myself, and I said, what to do? And I was following people, go here, go there, and sometimes I saw young people like me saying, oh, you promised things and now it's not happening, you promised me. No, nobody promised me nothing. They were doing their thing, and that was me who made for myself that it was promised. Nobody promised me nothing. Nobody promised that I was going to be an Olympic champion. Nobody promised me that I'm going to be a teacher. I decided to be a teacher or an athlete or a researcher or a psychologist, which I am. I am all these things, but I have done it to myself. So because I was using this another framework, I was following what I understood was the framework to use, And even people, of course, I didn't have to ask. Everybody has an idea for youngsters, so it was easy to follow. Parents and friends and teachers and grown-ups saying, go there, everybody. If you just need to be present, they will follow you, and they have something to tell you about how to be successful or happy. And I had this loss. I had this loss. I was unhappy. So for me, it was because of this loss. I was getting unhappy and unhappy every day a little bit more. And I was so decided to I'm gonna do by my own meanings, and so I start calling awakenings. Years later, I saw that movie, so I kind of grab it. No, I'm going to stay on this because as you know, I become a psychologist. I could say another word, insights. So, but that insights doesn't reflect my story. So I want to use words which reflect my story. So I feel that this awakening, this is not craft on a laboratory, on a research unit. This awakening, it's not it's kind of my story. So of course I use theories and theoretical fields to approach when I do research, but when I'm on live, I need to have my own language. So my own language, it belongs to my own paradigm. So I use this existential one, which uses the phenomenology to understand things, to show to, which is showing to you, life is showing to you by this mental universe or this emotional universe or this material universe. So it depends how are you using energy, you see. So it's a kind of macro, micro kind of universes. So if you go deeper, you pass to another universe. And I call it universe because things start happening differently when they get on this universe. So I call it universes. And universe to me, it means something which is definitely infinite, So there's boundaries, because the boundaries, when I feel that the universe is changing for another kind of law. So I understood about abundance, for example, that they obey to precise rules.
Okay.
There's laws. So if you can find the law, you can maybe predict things or help someone which in the need of more abundance or something like this. So awakening, it is used in a wider variety of understandings. It depends on what the question is.
Yeah.
Okay,
very. I mean, you said so much there, and you no, it's a good thing. It's fantastic, and there's so much information there, and I think that's amazing. So we're going to break that down in a little bit more detail. Before we move on to some of those topics, because a lot of those things you said are each in their own right a huge topic. You at least talked about the part with you where you became like an Olympic champion, you became a teacher, and you talked about, well, three important things. Obviously, you mentioned the awakenings, and you explaining that the awakenings helped you decide, right, in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? Possibilidades de ação in Portuguese, right?
Yeah.
And you talked about how the awakenings and elevating your vibration and paradigm help you achieve that. And I mean, obviously, I'm going through my own journey, and you've been a big part of that. My question is, even for the people that are listening, it seems so far away. Like, obviously, like I keep wanting to believe more.
And that's the first mistake that you do. It's not far away. It's inside you, but very close.
Maybe.
It's very close to you. So the thing is, everybody, for example, meditates, trying to reach something higher. So when I start asking people to tell me what you're seeing, people say it's a far, far away. There's a big universe. I'm going there, and I was saying, and I kind of realized. So another loss. I said, well, they're not meditating. They are having a kind of a movie inside them about, it's like Star Trek kind of thing. It's not. It's another thing. It's something. It's totally the opposite. It's accepting that you're here and you have your own vibe. Just start with that. What is my vibration? Am I loving every day what I do? Do I love the person that I am? Would I go out with myself if it was another person like me? So these simple questions which can help you to stay and diagnose your own vibration. So there's a very simple. So the first rule: it's not far. It's not difficult. It's not. It's on the surface if you accept it. Let's go deep in the question, but the answer it's on the surface. Who you are, it's on the surface. So notice for real today, what are you feeling? Not what is. And don't do this thing about. So maybe I'm supposed to be on this level. Maybe I'm supposed to be this guy. Maybe I'm supposed to do something for tomorrow. But am I doing what I am today? And the answer usually, oh man, I just realized that I don't know who I am. I just know my name and I'm doing things. I'm trying to breathe every day, and and sometimes I follow this lead, sometimes I follow that, sometimes I don't follow it, and I get stuck, and I don't. Usually, people say to me, "I can't breathe anymore." So they have these breakdowns, these anxiety problems, these panic attacks, these, or they try to fight, and they do copy on a test. They try to say that the system is bad. There is no bad system. There is your bad system. There's a system. So I learn where do you want to be on that system, and you'll be fine and okay. But the thing, it's not the answer. It's not far, and you don't need so much time. You just have to do these right questions. I want to be something without knowing who I am. How can I get a plan? It's like going to the gym. Making a plan without knowing nothing about your body, and try to copycat someone. I don't know, but that's what I see. So I was losing when I was following that copycat kind of person that I was, because everybody was on this telling this story. I'm following. You've got to be a social person. You've got to be on the system. You got to follow the rules. You got to go along with things. Things are what they are like this. You just accept things. I decided to accept myself. I remember myself at 4 years old, accepting myself. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have money, and they are the grown-ups. How come they are going to help me? I remember very well having 4 years old and saying this, my mom and dad, my very own mom and dad, I didn't know. They were nice people, honest, working every day, loving persons for their kids. But I was losing, because I saw it was a kind of it was not authentic, their happiness. They were trying to be, and at first I couldn't realize what was that. How come I'm so joyful when I'm playing with my ideas, and I had this experience to hearing my siblings playing, my older brother playing football, fighting for the goal, impersonating his heroes with his friends of the TV, and I was kind of interested in being with myself. I loved to know that they were there, but I remember myself being seated on the ground with some books, and I wanted to know. I had the things. My playing is to know these things that they're taking inside of me. It's kind of I was wondering what is this boom boom which is inside of me. I wasn't so much interested in playing cowboy or something fight or something or dolls or something else. For me, that things I could see them. Sometimes I experienced. I have done this thing, this social commitment. Well, at 5 o'clock, I would start play, but till then I would study myself. I would find my story. I couldn't stand having these things inside me and not knowing. And let's play it that they're not there. So I was losing, So I decided to use these awakenings,
That's super fascinating.
At the time, I couldn't say this so prepared or organized as I'm doing today. But I know I remember myself being because a kind of a grumpy kid, because people, Paulo, come here and play. Paulo, no. I remember myself and the grown-up saying to me, when Paulo says something, which is his way, he's gonna do it. But I knew that I needed to be grumpy because they use their power. People use their power. They don't want to. They don't want to be alone, for sure. And I could appreciate that. But I wasn't. I had this empathic movement to them. But then I said, well, if I'm going to be something, it's better be me. I've got to be me. I had this. At least I had this. I couldn't fight some other kids which were so much like this, but I could find some portions of interests that they had. For example, I had this friend, he was very interested in knowing what is a laser. Everybody was talking about lasers. So people focused on one subject, and I focused on this subject, me. I wanted to be and do things as I felt that I needed to do.
Yeah, that's super interesting because, yeah, I was trying to interrupt there, not because I don't want to hear you speak more, but I think it's important because, just to give a little bit of context, especially with the audience, because at least for me, and this is also me opening up to you, right?
Yeah.
We grow up, sort of like what you say, and we're kind of told, or not told, but it seems like what we idealize is like there are certain outcomes and there's certain ways to get there, and so you have to do certain things to get certain things. So even online, it's very like, oh, do you want to be successful? Do these steps, You want to be $1 million? You want to get $1 million? Do these things. Oh, you want to be a teacher or a podcaster, follow these steps and you're supposed to get there. It's like, and it's very contrarian to what you're saying, which is, find yourself and then like accept, embrace yourself, right? And who you are, and you will, I guess, find your life and your being in that, and success and whatever it means for you, which is very interesting. It was a big shock for me. I think we had like a bit of a clash at the beginning when we discussed these ideas, because it didn't make sense when you would tell me like, oh, just be who you are and accept the way you are and do your thing. And my brain was so hardwired to say, but what do I need to do? It's like I wanted to ask you, but tell me what I need to do. I still have that a little bit today, where I'm still like, just tell me what I need to do, because that's easier, and that's what we're always fed, read this book or do this curriculum or go to this school or follow this person's life, like you talked about heroes and like role models, like do as they do and you'll be like him. Mm-hmm. It's always following others, and not many people say, well, just do your own thing. So that's very fascinating. I don't know, I hope you don't mind, but I wanted to tie this into the idea of like the abundance mentality.
Yeah.
And I don't remember exactly your wording, whether it was like to ask for abundance, and you shall receive, or something like that. What is accepting abundance or attracting abundance? I think that was the word. Mm-hmm. What does that mean to you, and can you explain it a little bit to me and the audience?
Yeah, abundance for me, it's everything that we say, it is part of this system which I use to function well. But then again, it's the same thing. It's not about attracting abundance. It's about realizing that abundance is everywhere, every time, in all directions. So it's you who doesn't understand your hands to grab the abundance. So it's there. Where is light is abundant light. There's no small parts of light. If you are on light, you receive light. If you get into the sun, you get light. So it's abundant. So it's about you to decide how much longer I'm going to stay at the sun. So for a short period, it would be good. For a longer period, maybe it depends on your skin. It would be cancer. I don't know. See, so the thing is realizing the mechanisms, the laws. Again, it's about the law. So nobody can live without knowing this. If you restrict yourself and if you limit yourself, saying that there's no, for me there's not much light. For me, I'm this poor guy or something. So it's you're doing, and people call it my karma. It's to suffer. No, you decided to do that to yourself, but you can decide that differently. So use this thing. If you wanna live well, you have to take care of your body, to be clean. When I say clean, it's to study what you eat. How do you sleep? How do you vibrate? Because this is your vehicle for to anything on life. You need this. So, well, then so we are talking about healthy, being healthy, a body with diseases, it's kind of, you have to deal, but you have to do a fine tune and something. For example, we know from researching that if you do this fasting during 28 days and just drinking water, most of the cancers will go down. You get cured. But almost no one wants to do that.
No one believes it, right?
Yeah, but there is empirical evidence of that. So what I see, I want to be served. I want to be served. People promised me. I was doing. Have you done your best? That's the thing. Did you understand the law? Did you understand that you are getting what you are putting on? You put small, you get small. Mm. So, if you are not in the belief of this, you are going to get restriction. So you are going to be scarce. So, and then the ideas doesn't come. Even in this mental process, you will be scarce. So you have to accept. I'm like a channel receiving ideas from everywhere. If I'm saying, just tell me what to do, but I love freedom. Then again, I love it. Tell me what to do, and I'll do freely. No, I'm going to coach you. You are going to become an athlete of mine, so you have to do what I say. If you come to my gym, and I am the coach, because of study, you have to decide if you trust on my knowledge or not. So, and then you decide. And then I'll say the first rule of coaching. It's your doing. You have to do your part, your athlete part. So, and you have right, and you are free to ask me everything about this process, because you can do and learn at the same time. So when you tell people to say to you what to do, you are saying, I'm not interested in the process of learning. I'm interested in the process of getting. So, and I'm saying, so you're not giving nothing, so you get nothing.
But why is that important? That you're interested in the process of learning and not just getting?
Because every one of us, we are unique. To the concept of uniqueness. I can teach you laws, but I wouldn't say to you at 100% sure, do this way. Because coaching, it's not about having this 100% sure of you are going to be this way. You are going to get these results on this rank. So on this, or at this level, you are going to be the best athlete that you can be, but the vision, it will be yours. It will be you who's going to say, man, I'm seeing it. I believe I'm going to be bigger, smarter, or something. So nobody, it's like on therapy, we say, nobody cures nobody. So it's self curing if you wanna. But you need my help, of course. So we have to deal with this acceptance of we both are a unit, and we both are going to get things about abundance. So the second one is we need survival skills, and we don't need to hunt anymore. We just work, So our hunting process, it's about working to survive. But if you find something that you can deliver yourself, as much you want. People sometimes ask me, I want to get deeper on this thing, but I can't. I don't feel that I don't have the right motivation, but they wanna. So they are not lazy. When people usually say about these youngsters are lazy, I don't see that. I think they start the house from the top, not from the foundations. So it's difficult to put together a house coming from the upper part. So abundance, it's about this taking care of your body and then learning these survival skills, and then you have to know yourself as part of something big. So you have this relate or this affiliation tendency. So these three things I call the axis of this approach to abundance. So take care of these three parts of you, and I think you will be okay. But first things first, you. So when you start tell me, it's like young
kids. So for the audience, just in a concise way, what are the three axes? Just in a concise way.
Health.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I'd call it. I would say skills. Okay. And then wealth.
Okay. I'm sure everybody listening to you, I mean, we're all normal. I mean, I have always the same question when I hear you speak. I'm sure the audience would like to ask this question too. Is very logically like, well, tell us, what are the laws of abundance?
What is?
What are the laws of abundance that you talk about?
Yeah. Well, loss for me is when you start, I'm not fine. I'm not happy. I'm doing things, I'm not fine. And when you start this longing, I need a relationship, and you're not fine. If you are longing for a relationship, you're not fine. Because in every vibration, there's tons of human beings. So there's lots of them, and all of them, they have this eager to participate with other on life. We all have this. So I can't find nobody I need. So it means that you're in bad company with yourself. So you need to see. So when you are interested on you, people come and they wanna, I wanna see you. What light is that? Why are you at least alone? And I ask, I'm not alone. I'm with you. See? And people, well, that's a kind of random, okay, let's use this. And then I say, how did you plan this talk to me, if this is too much of a random thing? And people got, well, I was not planning it. See? Random has me. So maybe it is accepting that we are always near of something and someone. Just use what you feel. I'm in the mood of talking to these people. And I could see that nobody or not body, there is no so there's no so much people incapable of doing it. They have everybody. It's easy to say, but the doing it's kind of tough. And I said, well, it's tough for you to say hello to someone else. Yeah, because I want her to feel that I'm good. Man, stop with the wantings. Just say hello, and then we'll see. Random, as you did with me. But I was not interested in that way with you. Okay. So why are you interested in that way to her? You don't know her yet. Easy. If you have your ambition to get acquainted with your body, which you call sexual, wait and see. Your body will tell you what to do. Follow your sensation. Your body will talk to you. So then you get the meanings. Don't go with the meanings and then with the sensations all around you. And so, and when you understand your body, you kind of understand almost everybody. You see, when you understand your own body. So abundance is about feel everything that you can and use it as good information. So getting into this emotion process, don't say anymore there's good emotion, bad emotions. In psychology, we start saying this because good emotions are the ones that which are meaning pleasure. You experience this fulfillment, satisfaction, or pleasure, or the other ones you get the opposite. And I recommend stop with that and saying every emotion is a clue to your life, so it's good information. Use it, and when you smile, things will come clear. If you have to cry, cry. If you're happy, use this to learn. Why? What is this? And you'll see if you stay on the moment, the proper amount of time, you will get good information. But people right away tell you, get rid of that. Don't be sad. Why are you sad? When asked me, are you sad? Yes, I'm studying. I remember myself saying this. Yes, I'm studying. I want to know. I was amazed how come water was coming from my eyes. And so you see abundance of information. So the first thing is this. It's not far away from you. It's here. It's here on you. So from physics we get this knowledge of infinite possibilities of understanding and knowing, and use it has good information. Emotions are good information. Mm-hmm. Get the clue and stick with it, and you will find a meaning, some clarity for you to grow, not to get people. Everything you get, it's a consequence of what you are as a vibration.
Yeah, it's a lovely way to look at things. It's so hard to accept, but it's beautiful when you accept it. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying like in a bad way it's hard to accept.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't make sense to us initially, right?
Yeah.
To say that when you are a certain vibration, and many people will not understand even the word of vibration. I don't know if we'll dive into that today because that leads to so many other topics, but when you accept certain vibrations and talk about paradigms, and then like you're not focused on the results, then what you want comes about. It's a very hard, in a sense, a very hard pill for people to swallow because it's not the answer they're looking for, you know? they're looking for something, I guess, easier or the solution, like you said and I said
understand.
before.
I remember that time, and when I was
Yeah.
answering you, I was reporting myself when I was a young
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
If I present myself as I am today
Yeah.
on my working environment, maybe I'll be a little bit different. But I felt that I needed to be open about my grown up process, my upbringing too. Maybe it could help to understand that is possible to do. See, but you've got to have fun on doing it. So stop doing this. It's kind of hard. No, it's fun, man. I was telling us a story of happiness, of fun, of having fun. Of course, I have see these guys on school. Hey, they wanted to bully people, like you. I had once I was on this conference about education, and the guy, a very renowned guy in psychology, educational psychology, he was starting these phrases. It's mostly bad sentence about youngsters, and they were like, yeah, they're like that, but that sentence had 5,000 years ago. So it's every time like that. Younger generations thinking that this is hard life, and the elders saying life is easy, but at the middle age they are doing differently. So there's this thing of forgetting process about the story. And I remember my story. I was not getting any fun about the things that the grown-ups had say to me. It sounded to me orders,
Yeah. People telling you what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they love you.
Yeah, it's
So,
ironic. They want to tell you, they think what they have for you is going to make you happy, and you're just like, no, it doesn't, and they just ignore that fact. Yeah, super fascinating.
So there's this continuum. Life is a continuum. It's not a separate lesson and then another and then another. How put things together when if you go to school, everybody gives you these assignments to do, and then it's going to be you alone, maybe. How come this is where is the link between this and that? This education doesn't give you the structure. Hey, the overview of the education is this. I want you to be creative. So get this and get that, study this, study that, and don't you forget we are talking about your creativity. Well, but I was not hearing that. That wasn't in my mind. I was hearing to you to be successful and get things. But if I'm learning to get things, why am I not getting things right now? Was my question, and they stood. So funny, this young boy. Yeah, I'm funny, but I want to know the answer. Do you have one? So I had this question, and it was not to destroy. It was to build something. I want to build myself. Would you help me? Oh, just wait and you'll see. And then why? Well, so I'll wait. But you wait doing the thing that I'm going to say to you. And so, what? This was kind of weird. And I see these things happening again and again and again. So it's not so different. That's why I understand young people, because I didn't forget my own process. And I was paying attention to other process.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that was very enlightening. I also feel like I was growing with that conversation, and that's amazing. We're gonna bring it to a topic that I actually don't know very much about, and we've not really discussed it much. And you mentioned it in the beginning part when we were talking about the part of awakening, and it was called mental and emotional universes. Can you explain to me and the audience what are mental and emotional universes?
Yeah. Well, you need your thought process, yes, and we get these ideas at first, and then you transform them in thoughts, you know. And thoughts, it's when you see these ideas are mine, so it's your thought. And the thought, it's something that you use to do things, to represent you, or to do something that you want to do, or realize or accomplish. So that's the universe of this. This is the mental universe. So it's about having some conscience. It's like when you wake up in the morning, you regain your thought process, your cognition. See, so mental universe, it's about cognition. And this emotional universe, it's about what do I mean with this with these ideas and thoughts. What do I mean? So so this happiness kind of axis will be helped on you crossing from universe to other universe. You see, sometimes you have to stop producing more ideas and thoughts and get into the emotional process and say, well, what's the meaning of this to me? Is this important to me? Is this getting me to visit this emotion, this range of emotions, just an emotion, and see, and this will help you to decide if there is a thing to do or a thing to understand. Sometimes you just need to understand one thing and that to another understanding, and then, for example, you decide how now I understand what I have to do. So don't do nothing without integrate this emotional process. Without going to the this universe, emotional universe. You know.
Okay.
So it's again receiving ideas and thoughts, maybe internalizing some of them and calling them, that's the way I think. If you want to understand yourself, stop and go to the universal emotion, to this emotional universe, and see, oh well, I think this because I feel this. So you can grow, if you wish. I'm saying this because I have this resentment about someone. So as I was saying, when you go to this emotional universe, the key concept is about getting inclusive. Am I including people, or am I doing this? Am I dividing people in sections, in things? Am I including everyone on my thoughts? When we divide these people on levels, sub-levels, or ranks, or status kind of things, which I don't do. I live in a world like that, but inside of me it doesn't happen that way. You can understand yourself as a person, an evolving person. I'm including. So if you accept that this is infinite, so there's infinite kinds of people, so infinite when you talk about things, but when we start talking about people, section, subsection, status, and things, maybe there's a part of you who can grow on this. See, so you will find something if you wanna grow and evolve, and the key concept is to get inclusive. If my idea eliminates your idea, or it makes you impaired at some point to continue to exist, maybe it's not a good idea for me to have. So we grow from crossing with each other, yeah. So maybe when I talk to someone, I don't want to argue, yeah. So argumentation. So there's something to you to do with yourself. I want to have a dialogue. When you give me your ideas and I give mine, a third thing happens, which a new idea. Oh, maybe this is a good way to stay. People will call you maybe sometimes naive, but at the end of the day, you have to decide how you are going to put your hand on the pillow.
Yeah, true.
Be at peace, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So the abundance, it's for me at least, and I see this as a law. It's not about assuming challenges. For me, there's no challenges. There's things who interest me. There's things that don't interesting me. When I decide to do a thing, it's life saying you can do it, and I accept it. Life is not this kind of devil which is trying to misleading me. Let me see if he can do. That's a challenge. Let me see if I can do. So the devil is inside you. So for me, it's not. If I have this this idea, it's life saying you can do it, but you have to decide, learn the process, and pay your dues. Because you have to get in something to get out something too. Mm-hmm. So, and I use this intuition to learn how am I functioning, and if I need to grow to another functioning system, I'll go. But the idea is to feel this unconditional love for everything and everybody, get inclusive, and grow and evolve. Mm-hmm. And evolve for me, it's I can use this clue, and I'm using the clues of life, or life clues as you want to call it. But for me, so the clues, it comes from sensations and emotions. Emotions, they are about meanings. So emotions for me, it's the meanings that you put on you or you're feeling. See, so I think I'm feeling this. I feel this, so it means for me this. So aha, I'm happy. Aha, I'm unhappy. So I understood there's no limit for this. That's why I can go to a war zone, and I can help, because, as I usually say, let's put this: you go to a fire zone, and the fireman it's scared. You are going to, well, maybe if he's scared, the fireman, what should I feel? No, I'm okay. I'm the fireman. I know fire. I know water. I know the field. I will need some time to prepare my approach. And everybody will say, they came here, they stayed 50 minutes without doing nothing. I was preparing, setting things up, and then I act. So you need this process of getting to the mental universe, and then go to the emotional universe, and then act. So no rush to act. So, but you started, but everybody's starting from what's the action? What's the action?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand it.
And for example, when sometimes people say yes to something, and then I inform them. So the process, it's going to be 6 weeks of this, that they don't want to put in their part. There's a pill for that? Well, sometimes there's a pill, sometimes there is no pill. But don't mislead yourself. Painless, it doesn't mean healthy. You see? So I just don't want to have the symptoms, maybe, or I don't want to get uncomfortable. You are uncomfortable because you have that thought process, not because of the process itself, you know. So I'm talking about, for example, in the gym. For example, if you go to the gym, everybody says, I want to have, they see movies and movie stars having these great bodies, and I want to have that body. Yeah, okay, let's do it. We are going to need this, and that. And they say, well, maybe I don't so much. So we are jealous. Don't mistake yourself. You're jealous, or is that you're wanting?
Yeah.
So, emotional process. You see, these are just very simple examples of this. It is much more complex than I am, but I wanted to give some
it's a
wider,
good
a broader view of the thing.
Okay, that's.
But everyone is unique. So, when people I want to know the secret of life. Okay, which life? The organic, it's easy. At some point, we are so lost as we were on on the first researching, because we always get in the limit, you know, but nobody knows exactly what is life. We can only think, we can only get conscience of a conscience of something which is conscience again. So that is science. Some people, they call it right things, wrong things. They're just perspectives, you see, because perception has some bias. Every one of us, we have this perception. Even a dog doesn't see like us, you see. So you got to know these things. So don't grab so much of your decisions and conclusions. Don't get so conclusive about things. Use as a step to get to another step. So the thing is, like having self-compassion too. See, you know when you know that you are conservative about not knowing. See, so this is I've come to this realization. What do you think? What it's like kind of thing that you do as a podcaster. I like to know people's opinions. That's a good way to put things. So I don't know if I was clear enough about this.
I think so. I think I understood it quite well. And yeah, it's very fascinating. I mean, the mental and emotional universe was quite interesting. Also, like thinking about how to use that even now, because I just learned that. Like, being very honest, I learned that. So right now, and so I'm just thinking about it. But then also the part at the end where you talked about, like, specifically the gym part of going to the gym and then seeing, being like, oh, I want that, and then they're not willing to put in the work. I also found that very, very interesting because we talked about it before. Like you said, in a private conversation, obviously, you said, you know, people want a pill for success, right? They want someone to give them a pill, like, here, you take this, you're going to be successful. And nobody's really willing to do the work. Nobody's willing to try, and that was fascinating. So I wanted to take it a little bit here. We talked about vibrations.
Well, but I've got to tell you this. But some are willing to do the process, the whole process. The worst part for them, it's when they have this loss and then they return and say to me, well, I'll pay my due. I'll put myself on. I will do my effort, my part. You see,
okay.
When they have this loss, because
and how does somebody know they're doing their part? For example,
there's abuse and loss. So you become aware of something which at this moment is, oh, great, I'm okay, I'm going to life with this idea, and then I forget that I want to be better and I want to evolve, and then and I act like I was this person every time. So abuse, and then you lose. There's loss because you left the very own vibration to get that insight. So it's about staying on the right vibration. Use it more and more, but this vibration, this inclusive vibration, that fulfillment that you want to reach, don't shift from fulfillment that you want to reach, this ecstatic moment of life or experience, and then, oh, I feel okay, let's go to a party, to disco, having drugs, alcohol, and man, you felt ecstatic after having a good meal with your friends or after gym, and then you go put things wrong inside of you. This is just an example. And I am not judging. I'm just saying I become aware it's not going to get you where you want. It's totally the opposite. It's like some people that I know, they have done this process of getting wealthy. When they get there, they start having this fear of losing it. So they start losing it. See, and then they have this prophecy. You see, I knew I was going to lose. God wouldn't let me be wealthy. But that's the very shift that they have done once they reach there. So pay attention to this. Pay attention. When am I ecstatic? Because I was doing this, I was happy, I was understanding things, so that's my paradigm. So I shift my paradigm and I go to life doing something else. So
it's fascinating. And people staying in the paradigm.
Learn your own paradigm. What maybe, and then you use information, because it's not my idea. I call myself a channel. So ideas passes through me, and some of them I use them, some of them I pass to someone else. I saw this book, maybe you can use it. I felt it was for you, this book, and I respect myself having this. So it's having this courage to be and to proceed as you are feeling.
Right. I think that's the biggest challenge, I think, for most people doing it, and it's been for me, right, is staying in that paradigm, because sometimes the fears do creep in, and you're like, well, what if I'm doing all this and then it doesn't happen, you know? I'm not saying that's...
I see it like a law. It's like gravity. Don't ask gravity even if you are a good person. If you can throw yourself from a 30th floor, I'm a good person, I'll not die. Yes, you will. So it's a law. So it's about knowing. These things, it's about knowing. And so stay on your question till you know, till you feel you know. I'm quite sure that I'm going to die if I throw myself from that height. See, and so I'm so quite sure. If you go to the middle age, saying to a person, "Give me 6 months and I'll put it 30 kilos," you just have to do some repetitions with iron on your fist. They'll say, "What? Yeah, your arm will grow." Oh, that's magic. No, that's science. That's physics. That's knowledge. Maybe it's not going to work with me. Yes, it is. It's going to work somehow. It's going to work.
Right.
So the people who had studied this, they have proven this. They have questioned this, and again, results keep repeating. They, at some level, they're stable.
Right.
So you can have some confidence.
Lovely.
So it means that when I'm not confident, well, you haven't studied enough.
Right. Okay. I mean, there's a question I have tied to that, but I don't know, maybe you just answered it by saying what you just said, as in, well, if you don't have confidence in what you're doing, or you haven't studied enough, right? And maybe that will just answer the question I'm going to ask, but I thought it important. I mean, because I would hope that people listening to the podcast would feel this as I feel this.
Okay.
And the question would be like, sometimes I wonder, like, am I doing enough? Like, even with this, I think I've done some pretty big shifts in my life, and work on a lot of things, and still sometimes that question comes like, oh, are you doing enough? How do you respond to that?
Well, do you feel enthusiastic about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're doing enough.
Is that simple?
Yeah.
Okay.
Life is simple.
Okay.
It's like saying, if you are thirsty, I'm not going to explain you the water. I'll give you water.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
The thing to do, actually the things to do are so easy. But if you have to do this amount of journeys between your mental universe and emotional universe as much as you can. And the key concept is I'm feeling enthusiastic. If you feel I'm sad, but I feel that I need to continue, maybe that's not, save it for another day. Go out and have a good moment, have a good time. That is your body knocking on your door. Stop doing that. This is fun. This is fun. You see?
Yeah. It's such a beautiful way to look at things.
Well,
and I think the fact, interesting enough, that it's so beautiful and simple is why people struggle to accept it, because they're like, there's no way it's that simple.
Because, and it's not just because of that. Let me add something more. It's about this following process. There's so few of us doing it, and even the ones which are doing, we're quiet because I'm so entertained. I'm just talking because I knew you, and you asked me, Paulo, can you talk with these things on my podcast? And I said, yeah, I love you, man. So I'm going to do it for you.
Yeah.
And if you feel there's young man interested on it, I'll do for love.
Yeah. That's true.
In the name of love. It's because they're not my ideas. I was just grabbing like an antenna.
Yeah.
They're there. They're there. I'm there. I decided. I felt this inside of me. Well, so they're simple. In therapy, because I'm also this clinical psychologist. When people start asking me, well, what should I do? Mostly, you should stop doing this, that. That's so simple, yes. Stop doing the things that it's not leading you to where you want to go or be. And that's difficult but everybody's doing it. If I don't do what they would tell me, I'm crazy. They aren't saying that right now. So don't worry. That's why you hear they are saying that. So
Wow.
So use it. So the thing is, that's why it's good to find someone which is sharing your desires, your vibrations, your wantings, your at least urges to understand.
Yeah.
So at some point, we thought that it was through school, but school it's not that. Then I don't remember school being that thing that people announced me. You got to see this, but well, I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
You've got to see, and I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
So I had this courage, and so I said, yes, if I'm have to do some kind of growing and transformation on, and I can participate on social environment and collective thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be me and share my ideas. That's why I become a teacher, because I wanted to study.
Right.
So I teach because I love to study. And share ideas and doubts and philosophy. So I love this idea of getting philosophical about things. Some are more observable than others, but don't do this mistake of confusing perception and seeing. See, there's for me at least there's a difference about perception and seeing, and there's no limits when you use this, and you can also see the future. The very guys that they invented something and gives to people something, even this old technologies, they accept that it's something. It's something. It's something which is not here yet, but I'm sensing. And satellites are there, and then the cameras, and then shoes, and then everything that we wear. It's because something had this. They sensed more or less near or far away, but they sensed there is something more that I can invent and give to others. So people which are getting abundance, they have this thing of accepting there is something growing, and there is something in the need of giving birth or something like this. I'm going to be a father of this idea, if you want to call it yourself. Or so taking care of this idea. So you can use all of this. So what I do, intuition, is also to do this empathic process of learning your tongue, your language, in order to use what I'm getting from you to make myself understand. If it was just for me, I would be quiet and having my process. But so I'm using it right now. I'm translating what I'm sensing coming from you, from your words, from your way of looking, from your way of respond. So, and I say, oh, this is like this is a relationship between knowledge. Knowledge is talking to himself. See? So it's a kind of an outer body experience. So, and there's a much more to talk about if you are going to that field.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you talked about the educational system, which was actually a topic I wanted to discuss with you, but not today. And you talked about...
Maybe I could come again here if you want.
I'd love that. And you talked even about the ideas of like imagination and creation of new ideas. And we had a couple conversations about that, like connecting ourselves to an outer body, right? But we won't go into that today, because otherwise we'd stay here for 6 hours and talk. And we've done that many times.
Which would be fun, but not today.
We've done that many times off camera, but But I mean, you mentioned unconditional love. We'll get into that, but you were just on the topic of intuition. So I think let's talk about intuition a little bit. Explain that to us a little bit better. You touched it there.
Yeah.
Go a little bit deeper, if you don't mind.
It's kind of accepting that you have a body, and that body is perfect for the life that you are meant to be. So don't use anymore. It's not a good idea to use this idea. There's no perfection. There's no one is perfect. For me, it's totally the opposite. Everybody's perfect on their own way, because everybody's unique. So we can do the same thing, but the way you do maybe can produce something that people value. And my way of doing things, maybe people doesn't reply to you so well. So you've got to use this idea. So the foundations of intuition for me, it's this. And then accepting that you have a conscience, but sometimes you don't have conscience. For example, when you go to sleep. We divide it just for understanding, but it's not divided, So there is this, if you want to call it holistic view, this cosmic sense, if you are on religion's sense of there is God, something. For me, it's words. If you have this sensation, there is a wholeness or kind of thing, this is the key concept to understand what is intuition for me. See, this is me. I call me. This is me. So me, it means my doing, my way. But there's bunch of other ways, So maybe I could use this intuition to know and grow and amplify these sensations of being linked to everything and everyone. So intuition is this. Stay on that knowledge at first, and then you sense it. And when you start saying this, well, nobody can tell you, just have to experience, it means that you're there. I have no words. It's your key. It's you saying to you, I understand.
Yeah. Wow, beautiful.
So, if someone is longing to get there, but it's also hungry because it's going to be difficult, your work is going to be sometimes to have a hug, or sometimes to go away, because people sometimes have to have this loss. So intuition is sensing this thing too. I used this example of stay and spread what you know, but because you feel that you can do it. I can't explain this to this guy, but somehow I also have this idea, but maybe this is not the use it. And the key is, when you have that, let's call it belief, but you believe not because it makes just sense. It makes sense and it's on you. It's like an entity inside of you. The ideas are entities, You can use this too. Yes. So it's like, let's say, it's like an idea who wants a behavior, you see? So, intuition, it's this knowing. It's this knowing. So you have these foundations, these essentials, these a priorisms, these basics ideas to start, and sometimes you have just to accept it's time to stay on this idea. Stay, understand. So intuition, it's this.
Yeah.
It's knowing. It's this. I know that I know. You see. Because how come you know? Because I don't want anything, and I know this. I understand everything, without wanting. I don't want you to, but I see this possibility for you to laugh. Do you want me to laugh? No. I just saw this possibility. You can laugh. And then it's beautiful. See?
Yeah.
So you need philosophy.
Of course.
You need this philosophy on you. Don't use it. If you say, it's a beautiful idea about that, well, don't use it. Use your own. And then you'll see the results. Results are showing your process. See? And it's every time showing how you are vibrating and doing things.
Yeah.
So don't blame results, don't blame others. Just assume that you have this I don't want to call it power, but you have this life inside of you that you can decide to use. I was so afraid, I remembered, but I could not stand that. Knowing and don't do it. If I gotta be me, it's gotta be my way too.
Yeah.
See, because at first, if I've gotta be someone, I've gotta be me. But it's also, if I gotta be me, it's my doing. This is the way I love. I will not love you the way you want. I will love the way I feel that I can love. If now on second day I'll start being resent. Because you're not perfect. I gave you so much. I gave you myself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't blame everyone. Who told you to give yourself to someone? Don't give. It was given to you, not to others. If it was meant to you to be for others, this life wouldn't give you this thing to you. For me, at least makes some sense.
Right.
So these are just few examples of what this can be. And everything else, it's easy. Everything else is easy. Getting money is the easiest thing to get in life. And everybody's struggling. That's why they don't go to philosophy, because they're hungry. They don't have how to eat. Then they know where to eat. Where my future. You are wasting today because of tomorrow that you don't know if you are alive. What a waste.
Yeah.
At least for me.
No, I understand it.
So let's use this day.
Yeah.
And learn. Don't do yourself. Don't do this persona, this victim of life. Stop doing that.
Yeah, be the author of your own life.
Yeah.
Live the day today.
Yeah. So
amazing.
The thing is, have I this strong willing of being me? And everything else will be easy. When I learned these laws, I could see, am I smarter than the others? I'm not smarter. I just dig enough to find the gold.
Yeah.
See, but there's books, I'm not a guru. There's books about this. There's books, several books. There's books, and you can find them. So, and everyone else is deciding to go to movies and see explosions, superheroes, and romantic love, failed romantic love. Man, if you are studying failed romantic love, how come you're going to get successful on that? Well, just the very idea, it's a little bit different for me, but I'll accept the notation people are using, the words and the language. I totally understand, but yeah.
Okay.
So,
what about love? What is unconditional love?
Well, it's like I'm sensing this love. It's not a thing that happens between two persons. It's a vibration.
Okay.
So love, it's this acceptance of I can't understand anything. I'm sure I can't be a science person and don't see that physics gives you everything is linked to everything. So love is, for example, to know that a spiritual awakening, it's the same things of being a scientist. It's the same thing. They're using different languages, so it's the moment to put things together and start seeing that we will grow as humans if we put these things together, and both fields of research will give you contributions for people to grow. So to grow where? To this unconditional love that everybody...
How can we get to that vibration of unconditional love?
Well, the first stage that I saw, it's the same. It's as we started.
Accepting yourself and loving yourself fully.
Yeah. Start loving you.
Yeah, okay. And what changes when you accept that?
Well, you have this clarity, this sensation of well-being. There's a sensation of well-being, and it's like I know something. I know something. So it's kind of, and then you go, I know you. I know you. And every time you say this and you do this, and your worldview starts being you start being lovable to people. You start having this I'm available to be with others. If I'm going to help, it's mostly a decision. I'm there.
Right.
So it's not just the first stage will get you on this kind of people. Some of them, that's very autistic. No, it's not. It's not very autistic. Stop doing that with labels. People labels, and sometimes it's not helping people. But the thing is, there's a time that you are kind of with your own feelings and thoughts and things, using the world, or it's like the skin. You can be. You have to breathe. Yeah. Good skin, it's hydrated and it breathes because there's small holes. So it's like that. It's not authentic means that you have no porous.
Yeah, porous.
Yeah. So you've got to have this porous, So you are hearing the world, you are there with them, but you are including, not rejecting things. Use them to include on your mental universe a repertoire of words, of ideas, and then you go to the emotional part or universe. See? Come and go, this. So this will get you to this unconditional love. So intuition, it's communication with the visible and invisible life. So visible, the thing of perception. So there's things that you are going to see that you don't it's like closing your eyes to explain better an idea that we are seeing in your head. You see it, but it's not perception, visual perception at least. See, so unconditional love. It's this loving person that you can be in the presence of everything. But it's not a kind of a a fantasy, because you have this sense on you, but you know how you know what to do in every moment, and sometimes you have to move away, and sometimes you have to say no, because I love you, I have to go. It's like a parent to say, walk, mommy, and the baby wants, mommy, walk. It's good for you to walk. You see, so I'm being lovable to the baby, but I'm saying, move yourself, do it by your own means. You see. So it's not this thing of I'm loving everybody, I'm doing everything that everybody asks me. It's not that. That is not being lovable. That is a stage of fantasy that babies pass through when they are satisfied, that when they feel loved by their moms and dads, and they can even go to danger zones, being playful. But they will get hurt. It's not that. It's not that fantasy. It's a more sense of understanding everything, knowing this. Well, people live how they can. It's like kind of thing. You see.
Yeah.
So one of the hardest concepts to soak in and then internalize is when people do bad things on your moral code. That is quite difficult. If you want to know how they suffer, see the amount of bad things they do. That's how they are suffering. So that's quite difficult. We want to have retribution on our system. That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea, you see, because we are very much addicted to rewards and retributions, and then you are smart, then other. You have a certification from rewards, a medal, something that you get, which is something for your ego. See, so ego, it's good just for survival things, or so for growing as a person, as a unconditional love representative, you would consider receiving some feedback. The existential approach, they say to us, is like a happy emotion or feeling that you grab from observing others' happiness. I'm having my feedback.
Right.
So maybe this is helpful for you guys to understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing all that.
Well, thank you for having me.
That was amazing. Yeah.
It was so much fun for me. I would love you guys to have fun when you see this with Jason, which is going to be, I can see in the near future,
hopefully something.
A great podcaster.
We'll see. I hope so. All right. Well, now we enter like concluding section. Just have a couple quick fire questions, so shorter responses.
Okay.
Feel free to answer.
Well, I will need my time to go to the mental, to the emotional universes. If I can do that,
That sounds great. You can take your time to think.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we have a question from a previous guest, and then we have some other ones. We can start off with a question from the previous guest. They said, if there's one thing that you could do that would make the biggest change in your life, what would it be, and how can you do it? It's being a question for you and not to teach me or not. It's directly for you.
Me.
For you to answer to yourself.
Well, the biggest change.
Yeah.
Well, I would change almost everything. I'm done with this.
Okay.
So I don't have this thing of, that made me the person I am. No, every way would lead me to this. Okay. So I would love to use another path. Okay. I wouldn't be a wrestler. I would be something else. I wouldn't be unbid. I don't have these grabbing things of, I am who I am, my path. No, I am this vibration. I become aware of that. So I would change everything.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. And so what would you leave as a question for the next guest? If you had, you can think about it. What would you leave as a question for the next guest?
Well, can you explain me unconditional love?
That's a very good question. I don't know. Funny enough, our next guest might be Luis, so maybe he can. Okay, I'll write that down. Another question.
I was replying that because I was using the sense of uniqueness. So
yeah,
it's unique.
It's a very unique question.
So
yeah,
what is for you unconditional love?
Okay.
The thing is, what words would you use to describe this thing that we agreed that exists, which is unconditional love? If we are talking about it, we are in agreement that exists. So, so give me your words. It's like poetry. Say a poem.
Awesome. I asked this question last week, but I liked it, so I'm going to ask it again. If you could only recommend one book you've read in your life to somebody, what would it be?
Win Bigly.
Win Bigly.
Yeah.
Who's it by?
Sands. Adam Sands. He's the guy who predicted that Donald Trump was going to be the next president.
Yeah.
And
wow. That's your number one. I would have thought it would be
no,
Think
at this
and Grow
moment
Rich.
for your podcast, for the things that we have said.
Okay.
And if I am saying to you to
no, not for me, for you. The question's to you. These questions are for you. It's not.
It's the same.
Yeah.
For you, for me, because I think we are linked.
Okay.
On this.
But you have a version that's in Portuguese, right?
Well, I have read it and I bring it with me to show to the public.
You brought it with you?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Go for it. Wow.
So I'm going to show you.
I did not expect that.
I used my intuition.
Very good.
So
it shows results.
The book is this.
Right. Okay. Is this the English version?
Yeah.
Okay. I might buy it from here right now.
Yeah. So why this book? This book smoothly explained to you how to say accept yourself. There is nothing that you can do that with something really will do some good. If you don't have this thing of you don't need validation.
Okay.
So he explained about Donald Trump being a president. I'm not saying that I'm pro-president or Republic or something. I'm just saying a guy has an example. There's several examples which you need to have this ability or this skill to detach from others' opinions and don't use this concept of I don't want to be ridiculous. Use it in a good way.
Right.
Yeah, I'll say even though someone would say that I'm ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well,
That's something I'm learning. I mean, you have to have that if you want to be in the social media world and be online, right? So I'm learning that too. Like, okay, if I have to say something, I have to say it. I'm gonna do it.
It's this guy. He's not a psychologist. This guy is a cartoonist.
Right.
He used to be a pundit too.
It's Sean or is it Sands? What is it?
Scott Adams.
Scott Adams. Okay, yeah. He has some other books too.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard of him before. But that's irrelevant, I guess.
Yeah,
it's off topic.
He's the author of Dilbert. Dilbert, these cartoons.
Okay.
This is the book.
All right, fantastic. Okay.
And if you want to have another book,
yeah,
I brought some.
You can bring 2 books if you want, or 3 books.
This is a great book.
Meetings with Remarkable Men.
Yeah, that's what I said. Try to find your tribe.
Right.
So there's a good book.
Awesome. Love it.
Which can help you. So exist things that
Right.
you don't have to go far.
Yeah.
It's already here. Good, Jeff.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I mean, we said lots there, so I don't think we need any other questions.
It was fun for me. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you for being so honest
Sure.
and open and sharing.
Yeah.
I hope you had a great time.
Yes, it was fun.
Where can people find you if they want to know about you? Do you have your website up?
I'm just on Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to put together this website, but to promote some book that I'm writing almost at the end for 2 years, but ideas keep coming, and maybe I need to stop and then put the book together and then continue with another. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm having fun. I'm enjoying and I'm moving forward. So that's what I love to do.
Well, hopefully we'll have you again on the podcast, and maybe by then you'll have your website and the book published.
Yeah,
So,
maybe. Who knows?
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
See ya.